and talk about her experience at the Hart House. Olivia? Olivia Gaidry.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see so many people here with the Old Saybrook Historical Society on this 250th anniversary of the General William Hart House. As I look around at the faces gathered here today, I see people of many different ages, from different ethnic and cultural backgrounds, with different jobs, interests, and beliefs. On each of your unique faces and in your individual hearts is written a unique history, a unique story of how you came to be, where you have been, and where you are going. Each unique person here today is a creation of not only the genes of your ancestors, but the lives you've lived, the people you've loved, the lessons you've learned, and the multitude of moments that add up to a life that is hopefully greater than the sum of its parts. Yet, these unique threads that run through our lives are not separate from one another, but rather intertwined. And today, those threads, like the strands of a web, have pulled us together, drawing us to the historical and cultural heart of our community, the appropriately named Hart House. The Hart House is so much more than just a house. For many of us, it's our home. A house is a physical structure, but a home offers an intellectual, emotional, and spiritual structure as well. A house offers protection and rest from the outside world, but a home connects us to the world and engages us to participate in the fullness of life. A house offers rooms and doors to separate us when we need privacy, but a home is where we learn to come together as a family and share our unique gifts in a spirit of imagination and abundance. All of you who are a part of the Hart House family and have donated your time, passion, and gifts to the Old Saybrook Historical Society over the years understand that difference and have made this house a home. I would like to take a moment now to recognize and thank all of the trustees, officers, historians, scholars, administrators, volunteers, builders, gardeners, restoration artists, and donors who not only pulled their threads and their gifts together to give our town's history a home, but gave it a heart, made it a living, breathing thing that we can know with all our senses. Every creak in the floorboards reminds us that we walk in the footsteps of those who came before us. The sight, smell, and taste of every herb in the garden literally connects us to the healing, sustaining energy of our living history. When I moved to Old Saybrook in the summer of 2011, one of the first things I noticed about the Hart House was the beautiful garden, which I could spy from my house, and I loved spending time there. In the fall of that same year, on my way to and from middle school, I passed by the Hart House and felt the significance of its presence, even though her stories remained a mystery to me. The next summer, my friend Tilly's older sister, Adina, gave me a tour of the inside of the Hart House, which not only unlocked the mystery of who had lived there, but also unlocked my love for history. I don't mean the abstract dates and names I have to quickly memorize in school, and almost as quickly forget after the test, but a living, breathing, relevant history that helped me grow more deeply rooted and connected to the place I call home. The following summer, although I was still in middle school, I was somehow able to convince Mrs. McFarland to let me volunteer at the Hart House. This year marks my 4th year as a volunteer, giving tours in the summer, incarnating the spirit of Miss Anna James at the graveyard tour in the fall, singing carols in the winter, and eagerly awaiting the first blooms of the garden each spring. Sharing in the life of the Hart House throughout the changing seasons and contemplating the tides of unimaginable change this home has seen since it was built 250 years ago helped me understand that history is not simply things that happened long ago to people who are long gone. All of us are making history every day, right here, right now, whether we are conscious of it or not. The real question is, what sort of history are we making? At this particular time in our history, when our nation is so divided, when the social, political, and economic fabric of our society has been torn apart, when so many of our institutions have been raided and emptied out of meaning or value, I find comfort in a meaningful, tangible, relevant local history that says we have been divided before. Disparity, inequality, and corruption are nothing new, and yet we are still here. We have survived and overcome catastrophes of our own making before, and if we are willing to learn from the lessons of the past, we will not only survive, but thrive once again. In an era of alternative facts, I find the strength to resist deception in the deep cultural roots and solid factual foundation of a living history that has been lovingly preserved, protected, and promoted by institutions like the Old Saybrook Historical Society. That is why it is more important than ever that we continue to support the critical, meaningful work of the Old Saybrook Historical Society. The Hart House is more than a relic of our past. It is the living, beating heart at the center of our community today, and a priceless gift and profound symbol of hope for our future. The Hart House stands here today in all of her splendor and glory after 250 years, because of the dedication and hard work of individuals who explored the unknown, searched attics and archives, uncovered facts and artifacts of meaning and relevance, and brought them back here to rebuild the collective cultural heart of our community together. This is what makes the Hart House the perfect symbol for restoring our community and our country. Each of us has a responsibility to our own heart to journey courageously to the dark edges of our lives, find our own threads of meaning, pull them back to the center, and weave them together with the threads of our neighbors' lives in order to restore the unity in community and rebuild the heart of our broken society. For so many people, the world feels increasingly rootless, powerless, futureless, and generally meaningless. The antidote for this is for us to tap into the hidden abundance and create institutions like the Old Saybrook Historical Society and the Hart House, which inspire us to be more and imagine the fullness of life. The historians, teachers, mentors, and elders at the Hart House have inspired me through history to become more powerful, mindful, hopeful, joyful, and discover a world that is more meaningful. And for this, I am truly thankful. Thank you.